Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to my channel, Bricolage with Pink Girly. And I am Pink Girly. Pink Girly Lori. I'm cleaning off my glasses. I did something really foolish yesterday evening. I played a game on my phone till way too late. I'm blaming it on my husband. Good morning, Peggy. He doesn't really play games on his phone. There's a couple that I really like. I got a hair, I think, in my eyelash. And he discovered a game that I had been playing. Well, I just play it, and I haven't played it for a while. But he's figured out all these strategies and what you should be doing and how you can do better and all the different levels. And so I stayed up way too late last night into early this morning playing this silly game because there was a chick there. I was in first place and she was in first place. I was in first place, she was in first place. And I couldn't let it go. I'm so ADD. Good morning, Debbie. Hey, Vale, good morning. So I thought to start off I would just share my recent tooch. Good morning, Linda. Nice to see you. I talked to Vale a little bit yesterday, late afternoon, and she said she is feeling a little better. But I don't know that she's quite up to snuff yet. So maybe she'll let us know how she's doing today. It's nice to see you all so early. So I did a little video where I shared the buttons that I got from Pearl. Pearl Brown is her name. I put her channel in my description box. I shop too much. My name is Lori and I shop too much. My husband tolerates it. And I know, right? Great buttonhole. It was just so fun to get them. And I never know what is going to be in the box from Pearl because I think she invoices like every couple of weeks. And I should keep track of what I purchase, but I just don't. I just don't. I love fabric. I don't really like to make things per se, like sew like dresses or, like Aunt Beck, she makes little dresses for little girls and, she makes dresses for herself and she does all kinds of, what I would call real like sewing projects. Mine is just mostly for journals, and it's been a couple of years now. Murray was always talking about this lady Pearl. And I thought, well, I have to check her out. Oh, she's delightful. She's just delightful. She sells to support herself. I just can't even, I've said to her a couple of times, I would like to just come down there and just hang out and look at all your stuff and come home with a haul of stuff. Peggy has to sit on her hands. I know. I should sit on my hands. But some of the stuff I'm like, I'm never going to see it again. Okay. I'm just never going to see it again. Case in point, look at this. Her prices are tremendous. She's got a wide variety. She does a lot of different things, but I'm mostly there for the fabric and the lace, really. Chatting with some of the other ladies. And if you don't know Debbie Ham is a no-nonsense lady. I mean, I don't know her, but her and Pearl together, I'm telling you, it's just fun. They're comical. they're just comical with each other. I believe they're good friends, and it's just fun to hang out, you know. And Pearl's usually on. Well, I think a couple of those gals sell together on different days during the week, but Pearl, I think, is on her own on her channel, I should say, on Tuesdays. Excuse me. I just quickly ate something. Yeah, she does find really good stuff. She's got a lot of different contacts and stuff, and but you know, you can get ideas and things to do as well. So that's how I'm kind of like, um, giving myself the okay to go and hang out there. I know, Deb was a hoot. She was. You going to sell today or not? You know, she's no nonsense. I mean, she's just no nonsense. But I really think she's a sweetie, and she just, yeah. I mean, she cracks me up. But the dynamic between her and Pearl is just a hoot. Just a hoot. But anywho, so I got a package from a Pearl, and I did the little video with the buttons, and I thought, you know what, you purchase stuff, and like my husband could care less. Like he is not interested to see any of this stuff. And like you want to show it to somebody, you know? So I did show it to Jacqueline. She tolerates me, and I tolerate her too, and she has a haul. But some of this fabric I think is just fun. So I thought I would show you what I got while folks are coming in this morning. And before we get started on our experiment today, I didn't do this ahead like I probably should have, but I thought, you know what? We'll just do it together. We'll just do it together. Um, okay. Vale has a package she's got sitting waiting to be opened, and she's timed it. Is this a button? Oh yeah, I think this is a button. So I've got a couple of things planned today. We'll just see how we do. It's a big package. Is it a package from Peggy? Did you say it was a package from Peggy and Jay? Oh, did Peggy send her? Oh, girl. Oh, yeah. You're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. Yeah, you're tired. Okay, don't push it. It's not going to go, it won't go away. No expiration. All right, so Pearl had this. It's long and narrow. It's like upholstery fabric. And I thought this would just make a killer journal cover. But look at all that there is there. I mean, I don't know. I didn't measure it out. This was a couple of bucks. Okay? Couple of bucks. Oh, and Lisbeth. Oh. Ooh. Now a lot of these I like that Pearl puts the her little price tabs on me. But see, I look at it and then I take them off and I forget. But most of this stuff really is I think $1 items. So I'm just gonna stack some of it here. Some of it might there's one piece here that was a little more expensive, but it's super yummy. And she knows so much about fabric. This was a little goodie she put in for me. I have to make sure I thank her. I guess this was a piece of curtain or something. And I guess you could call this the toile. You know, it's got that look, but it's almost like it was coffee stained. I'm not sure if it came this way or if Pearl stained it, but this is pretty yummy, right? And then sometimes she'll do drops where she just keeps putting stuff on her table. And then when you think it's worth whatever she's asking for it, then you just say, you put your me in. Some of this is stapled on. Okay, so this is a fat quarter, I guess, maybe. Look how pretty this is. $1. Joyce? Joyce? Good morning, Joyce. And then she can tell you about, you know, really the age, whether it's a vintage fabric or not. She knows about the edges and stuff. Hoffman International Fabrics. I don't know. I just think it's yummy. Yummy. I love everything. I love everything Paris and Eiffel Tower. So if I can get in to get, one of these pieces that has any kind of a French theme to it, there. Hey, Pudge. Hello. Good morning. Welcome in. All right, I'm trying to gain some room here. I'm just not doing very well. I've got my cup of tea here, and I'm trying not to knock it over. So this, of course, is my fabric. That's Paris, all things Paris. I mean, how can you not? Oh, look, there's a little cherub's butt. How can you not? Now, this one was the one that's a little more pricey. There's not much here, and it was $1.50. But this, I love green. Look at this. How yummy is this? See, we like to do, Jacqueline and I say, we like to do that bloom kind of decorating where you're just piecing different pieces of fabric. I got two of these. It was hydrangeas and purple. How yummy is this? Right? This is a Joann's, I think. Yeah, Joann's. Maybe she got this when they were going out of business. But there's plenty here. Look at that. This I got just because it was purple and I got in to be able to get it. I just thought it was pretty with the ribbons. And of course she cuts everything. It looks so nice. I tear my jazz. Look at this. Look how pretty this is. I'm pretty sure this was $1 as well. Some are fat quarters and some are not. All right. You girls that love purple, clutch your pearls, girls, as they say. This is a Philip Jacobs for Rowan. This is luscious. Now on my screen, it's coming up real purple. Um, I know the blue one is pretty. I'm liking blue lately, but look at this one. And don't you just love the selvedge edge? I didn't used to, but I do now. Jacqueline really liked this one. She really likes red. Those little flowers. I swear I am at some point going to make a huge yellow journal. So anytime I see anything yellow, I try to get it. Now there's quite a bit here. $1. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of looks paisley to me. You like the vintage look? Look at this cutie. Fabric Traditions 2006. I have a blue bloom somewhere that I started when I was in Ohio with Jacqueline. I've got to find that. It's in a plastic bag, a zipper, pocket zipper, I think, like a pocket pouch, like Jacqueline uses. Look how cute this is. So see this, she has one plus a little heart here, so I think she gave me extra. Sometimes she gives you extra. She just throws it in. But see, that's yellow. So look at this one. Nice. That one was a little more. This one might be like a sheet or something. I don't know. This is a smaller piece. Flowers are bigger, but aren't they fun? So fun. This box was heavy. Scooter was on his way out the door yesterday and he said, "You got a box here?" So of course I went scurrying. Look, I knew I was expecting a box from Pearl. Isn't this pretty? I know she has a wonderful variety. And then you get different ideas too as the girls chat for what they're going to do with the. Now, then she does these drops. Okay, I took some of this apart. I think this was a drop where she just stacks stuff up and she'll do like a $3 drop, $4, 5, 10, whatever she's got going, whatever bin she's pulled out and she's pulling stuff from. This is more of a polished cotton, which I don't usually purchase, but it was part of the drop, and there were some things in the drop I had to have. Yes, yes. But once you get through purging your stuff, you might need a little something, something, a little something different, you know? Might need a little something, something. This was part of what I wanted. That was part of this drop. There's two different colors. I don't know that this is really ticking, but it looks like ticking. It's a nice weight. And it's got like a double stripe there. Can you see? It's got like two little stripes of pink, a dark and a light, and then the white. And then there's a light version. This is very nice. This is a really nice weight. And then there's these little samples. See, this pink goes with this. Isn't it just darling? Of course, there's not much, but it isn't. It's just cute. See, and then she just starts throwing all this stuff down, and Lori can't take it. She's got to say, "Me, me, me." These are, fabric samples from who knows where. Bianca, pink. But most times we only use little scraps, right? Look how pretty that is. Oh boy, just yummy. All right, these are some additional drops. Now, this I paid, I don't know how much for, but I had to have it. I think it was part of a drop, and I went for it really quickly because I had to have it. I just had to have it. It's the crochet thread is so pretty, and it's, of course, variegated. And somebody crocheted it and put it on. I guess this is a pillowcase. Joyce, look at this. See, if my mom was here, she could help me figure this out. It's so soft. It's so soft, girls. It's so soft. I know the colors are just so pretty. Like a corally pink, green, and the cream. You cannot believe how soft this is. So one of the girls commented about me, there weren't very many pieces. I said, "I'm sorry, I had to have this crocheted edge." I think I mostly got this because I was thinking of Jacqueline. So we'll save this one to last. Wait a minute, let me see if I can. And Pearl ships, and she uses these really large 2 gallon or whatever zipper bags, which are fab. So let me pop these in here. Now, I have no idea where I'm going to put all this because most of my fabric drawers are full. But see, this is what she does. She just starts dropping stuff down. Now, this is kind of a crazy drop. I mostly got this one because I'm pretty sure I have to look for the picture, but I'm pretty sure when I was a young adult for Halloween, I was going to be a clown. I did sew a clown suit. It was just almost like bloomers, looked like bloomers, it was all one piece. But I'm pretty sure it was this kind of material. Even this kind of a pattern, this yellow just reminded me. I have a picture somewhere of me and my dad. I think he's got his teeth half out and crooked. He's got a clown hat on, and I'm in this thing I made. So I saw this, and it's mostly why I bought this one. And of course, there's a lot of yellow, and I do want to make that yellow journal. This is again some polished cotton, which, really not a fan, but these might be some nice cutouts, Put the pattern here. There's a whole one. The pink roses are pretty, right? I don't have the box here. I don't know what they call it. Sometimes they look green and sometimes they see, like I don't think I can get it so you can see it. Like when I tip them up this way, they're purple. And then see this way, the camera's not picking it up. They're blue. Sometimes they're blue. I'm telling you, if you want information, my sister sells these. I know a lot of us are busy with our hands, but I glue them on really well, and I can keep them on 3 weeks easy. And once you get them on, and they have different lengths. This is, of course, a longer length. I have to just do a little. I think my watch needs to come on. It's kind of annoying me. They're very sturdy. They're very reasonable. And you get 20 or more in the package, which most people can get 2 manicures out of them. And you can clean them off and then reuse them as well. But they're a fraction of going to the salon. And they just have worked really well for me. I just really love them. And to get anything like this at a salon, you'd pay through the nose, or any kind of a little design. If you wanted anything on it, it's just expensive to get all that done. And somebody's doing it by hand. I get that. But I've said often, I'm cheap. This might be like the other. I think this is another piece of that other fabric. It might have been a table cover or something. Glow sheen naturally. So this is all part of a drop. This is just cotton, a little lightweight cotton. A cute little design. So I might have to make some bundles and share some of this, But I've got to get my room in order. I've got a deadline and a goal, so I got to get crack-a-lackin' on it. This is really nice. This has a nice, this is real lightweight, like what I would call like a calico kind of cotton. You know what I mean? It's nice. There's no problem. Lori, I sent you a picture of my old bedroom wallpaper that matched. Oh, really? Okay, let me have a look. I asked my husband to send me a picture too. I want to show you. But this is really nice. This has a really nice feel to it. And of course, when I'm showing Jacqueline, she's like, yep, I do that. Yep, I do that. But sometimes I just like to have it plain and not dyed. Here's some more yellow. See, somebody cut out something. And Pearl just snatches it up. So that was like yellow drop, I would say. And here's my red. Wait a minute, where did I put my thumb? I turned my ringer down so I don't hear it ding, ding, dinging in my ears. Ding, ding, dinging. Ding, ding, dinging. Sent a photo. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, Becky, yeah. Look, girls, that's cool. Oh, they're lovely, and they all look so nice together. Mm. I got a huge. It's a Who wrote uh the something in the wardrobe? The oh gosh, I can't think of his name. I have it sitting over there on my uh, about the lion and oh gosh, what the heck? Like yes, here's my husband's. All right, this is my husband's bedroom. Okay, I've been wanting to show off what he's been doing. He takes clippings from last summer's geraniums and he does something, he dips them in something and he puts them in the little pots and he starts growing them. And they were doing so well, he needed to spread them out, so he had to do an extension. And then he's got tomato seeds in the dining room window. Yes, it's like a greenhouse. Now, these are on so many hours. These are, what did he call them? These are growing lights. And he made all this metal stuff himself. And these are some leftover shelves out in the garage. But it looks beautiful in there. See, and then he's growing because he wants to take so many to church to put around the church property. All right, wait do you get a load of some of this red? Some of this red here. Like, look at this. I don't want to hold it too close. Maybe can you see? That almost looks like a geranium or something, doesn't it? A rose? I don't know. With a little black stripe. Mm-hmm. Look at this, black and red. Oh. So I tell people that my art keeps me out of trouble, but it really doesn't. Because I'm always buying fabric or lace. Don't even start with the lace. There was some lace and some doilies in this package too. Cute, right? Look at this one. This almost looks like it glows. That's just a little piece, a little sample, but isn't it cute? And this is red and green, or maybe it's a gold. There's a nice little chunk of this here too. And I'm just covering journals. So there's plenty of this for me to use for whatever. Just plenty. Plenty, plenty. All right, I just thought of one thing I did not get out to prepare for today. I want to do that experiment with the napkin. Now, the last time we were together, we did the rub off things. Goes your mama, Debbie, who's here, was kind enough to send me a couple of reels that were just so interesting. And so we did that the other, I guess, Tuesday night. And they turned out pretty well. And it was fun. So the other reel she sent, and I had told you about it before. Hey, Gail, good morning. Um, was taking a napkin She did it on a garbage bag. I can't bring myself to cut up a garbage bag. Okay, I know it's silly, but that's the way. So I pulled out a piece of freezer paper. I think, oops, sorry, hit the camera. I think a piece of freezer paper is going to work just as well, but I didn't pull out a napkin. Somewhere in this mess, I've got a whole new bag of napkins. I don't know if they were from Peggy or from Pearl, but anyway, I have to get out my napkin uh, storage bag. So I pulled off a piece of freezer paper. I don't see why this is not going to work. So I have that sitting here. Now this is a yogurt brand that I really love. First time I tried this, I was in France. It's just they're so good, and now they're so expensive. This was just like a special treat. Mocha and chocolate. This one it was, and it had little bits of I don't know coffee or chocolate or something in there. But I'm going to use this to mix my glue in. So the instructions are you take a piece of, like I said, she used garbage bag, a napkin. She used Mod Podge, which I don't have, so I'm going to use my Golden Matte Medium and just some instant coffee. You put your glue product in here. Yes, Peggy. And you put in your coffee and mix it around until you get your glue to look the aged color that you want. So now I'm looking for either a popsicle stick. No, get out. Really? Peggy, you know so much stuff. Really? I mean, when I had this in France, I brought the jar home. And then shortly thereafter, they were in our grocery stores. Of course, you can see I didn't take the label off. All right, I need something to stir. Of course, I could just use this. I think this is just an old skewer I keep on my desk. Let's make a little additional room here. Oh gosh, I forgot I made waffles. I got waffles sitting here. Okay. I'm reaching for my matte medium. And of course, I didn't bring out. Oh, is that water over there? Yeah, that'll do. Okay, there's water over there. I'm going to mix this up first, I think. I don't think I need much. So I just put in wee bamboo lids and it'll come up, huh? Now she had a ton of it, but you can see in there, right? Now she said you just dump your coffee, instant coffee bits right in there. So that's what we're going to do. Now this is supposed to dissolve. Ooh, look, it's starting to a little bit. Now hers, of course, didn't have any lumps in it. Guess it doesn't hurt if it has lumps. We'll give it more texture. All right, so let's leave that sit for a minute. That might be dark enough. I don't know. What do you think? They even make silicone lids for the jars. Just put wee jar lid. Oh, silicone would be fatteroni. A palette knife would really work better. I just don't know. Mine just seemed to disappear. they get all pushed down and gobbled up with these different jars I have. I try to remember all the supplies I'm going to need, and I usually always forget something. Something. I have my Bob Ross one that was gifted to me from my neighbor out by my comfy chair, but that one's really wide. It's really wide. So I knew I didn't want to use that one. Now look, what's this? There's my blue brush. Look, I couldn't find it. I missed the jar. Okay, let's put that away. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, that's starting to dissolve in there very well. Okay, now she took, let's get a napkin. I've got a couple sitting right here. Let's see if we can. Oh, that's pretty. No, hers kind of. Oh, I think I took these out of something else I bought from Pearl. She had these stuck in the bottom. This would be cute because then I could cut them apart. This would be a cute one. This is fabric. Boy, they're pretty too. Let's use this one. This feels a little heavier, and I can take it apart so we can show you that part of it too. Just in case for some of the replayers, if you're not familiar. Ooh, look how pretty that one is. Pearl themes everything. And she put all these butterfly napkins and butterfly fabric in the bottom of a actually like a treasure box I got from her. All right, so most napkins have a couple of plies, usually 2 or 3, I would say. I like to save the backs of mine to use them, to clean up my desk, dry off paintbrushes. So you just want to pull them apart. I know Dee Dee and some others just take a piece of tape and tap it, and then you can get them to pull apart. But then they're all in shreds. See, I could blow my nose on that, girls. I could blow my nose. Okay. Now that looks like I've gotten it all, but there's another one here. Believe me, this is another one here. And sometimes it's a little fiddly to get it off in one piece. But I usually mess around with it till I get it. So how long do you have? I could do tape right on the corner. Couldn't I? I have found like the better napkins usually have more plies. See, it just doesn't appear like there's one there, but there is. And I think mostly because, you don't want them coming apart when you glue it down on something on your project. You don't want any of that slip sliding around. But you have to be careful because see if they're really well made and they're really sealed well together, which is what you want if you're wiping your face, If you're having a little skibbetti or something and you need to wipe your little chops. You don't want them coming apart. That's annoying. So, and then usually there's some kind of shadowing or ghosting on that layer that's, the last layer you take off. And sometimes that's fun to use on a project too. You can see the little shadow, the little ghosty there. All right, so she took a garbage bag. I'm using and hoping that my freezer paper will be just as good. And what she did was she put her napkin down on her garbage bag and she marked her corners so she knew where to put the glue, which I think is a great idea. So she just took a little Sharpie marker. Now, once again, Lori's got too much in her way. Now, the problem with the freezer paper is that, it was in a roll, so it's kind of curly. So I'm going to mark here and a mark here. And this down here. So I can see where this is going to be. Maybe a little bit of a problem. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of tea and put this over on my other table. Ice cold tea. I'll add some ice to that later and it'll be just lovely. Me herbal tea. Now I might want to now I could really tape this down on my work surface. That might be what they say, advantageous. All right, let's find a pair of scissors. I'm going to take off this extra. And I think I'm just going to use a brush. The gal that was on the video, she may have used a sponge brush. I don't remember that part. It's a pretty big surface. All right, let's get this guy off to the side. This is our glue. And let me grab, this is Christmas, but it'll work. This is washi tape. Let's see if I can get this to stay down. I put the corner of the napkin between my lips and pucker. Ooh. You must have a pretty strong pucker there, girlfriend. Woo-hoo. Okay, let's do that. See if this makes it more better. Now, all I'm going to be doing is brushing this coffee glue in between these 4 spots, and then I'm going to attempt to put my napkin down as best as I can. Now, I did not get out a piece of plastic wrap. That probably would have been a good idea, but I didn't do it. Because the gal on the video did not do it. So we're trying to do this authentic. No idea whose video this is. I didn't look. It's on my phone. If you really want to know, I can get you that information. I should make Debbie a mod. Okay, so this can go in my water. Boy, that got nice and dark. All right, I hope I don't have to mix more. Now, I think you just do a pretty thin coat. I'm going to try to get all the way out to the edge, which I don't normally do that very well. Just saying. Look, this is crooked. Let's get over here. So if you've just joined us, this is Golden Matte Medium and instant coffee. The gal in the video that Debbie, who's your mama, sent me, used Mod Podge, which I don't use. Now, of course, you got to let this dry. She left hers sit overnight, so I haven't really thought about that. So here's Here's the nerve-wracking part. Now, napkins, are a bit fragile. And then she just took the rest of her concoction. Oh, there's a bit that didn't dissolve. Oops, she said, go gentle. I'm like a bull in a china shop. I'm using a very light touch. Very light touch. And then you're going to let this dry. Or we're going to let this dry. Now in my head, I'm trying to think, where could I put this? That I could let it, maybe it could dry quickly. I'm thinking about hitting it with my heat tool. But see, I think this freezer paper might have something to say about that. And then when she left it dry, she just peeled it off of the garbage bag. She used the garbage bag. I don't see why this freezer paper wouldn't work, right? It should peel right off. And if it doesn't, then I'll use it in pieces. Now, how you use it, I guess it's up to us. She said you have kind of like this she didn't say fabric, this material like product. Actually, I don't smell that much coffee. It really doesn't smell like much of nothing. Doesn't smell like much of nothing. See, I'm gonna have some dark bits in there from the little crumbles that didn't dissolve. So that's it. That's what she did, and then she left it sit. Now, if I had my little heater up, which I sometimes have in this room in the winter, I would just sit it on top of that. But now, the other problem is when I pull this up, well, not a problem. I'm going to take this out to the kitchen counter. It's going to probably all curl up on me. Right? That looks like a dead bug, but this is coffee. It's not a dead bug. I'm thinking, what else could I wonder how it would be if I just glued one into on a journal page. Experiment number 2. All right, I'm going to try to keep this as straight as I can. I want to glue it down on my kitchen counter. So I'm going to take those little tapes with me. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, so I'm going to be just a couple of minutes. It's got a nice wrinkle to it. It looks lovely. And if you don't want it to be that dark, then you don't put as much coffee in. Just shook a little bit. Oh, I forgot my clothes. I do like. That little fan. Yeah, well, I prefer. Okay, I just thought of a fan. So I put a little fan on it. So maybe we'll check it before. Just don't let me forget, because I will forget for sure. Okay, excuse me. So now let's see. What do I have? So many things. I have a journal. Well, you know what? Well, I was going to show you this. So let's do it in this. The next thing I was going to work in or on is a tome. I knew nothing about tomes until probably less than a year ago. I didn't know what a tome was. Tome. Got some glue up there. Paper towel. Oh, let's get that napkin. And so a tome is just a big book. So I watched, of course, another video, and this gal had saved grocery bags from Trader Joe's so that she used the big ones. She really made a big tome. I used a larger size lunch bag. And I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, she just glued the edges together and then wrapped uh, um, a bigger piece of grocery bag and made her cover. So that was this one. Okay. And then I put this gal on the front. This background paper is paper that Janet Nash and I got at a flower market in London. As Janet would say, we were mooching around, and there were all kinds of plants and flowers and all kinds of stuff. And then there was one area where there was just little stores where you could go in, and they were like, um, not like a like Goodwill, but like little. One was um, like a ceramic shop where you could buy all different like ceramic pieces for your garden, like stepping stones or things to hang on a garden wall, or maybe a garden table. You know, like you have a little shed or something. And I bought this ring there. I just love this ring. £4 right there. £4, love it. And so we were mooching around, and we came to this one spot, and this fella had fresh flowers, cut flowers for sale. And I noticed he had these big sheets of paper that he was wrapping the flowers in for people when they purchased them. So I really wanted some to bring home. I don't know, some of you might have gotten some of it. Anywho, so Janet said, just ask them, just ask them. So I did, and I said, would you sell me just a couple sheets of the paper? And he said, well, what do you want it for? And I said, well, we do art and we make journals, and we'd like to have that. I said, I'd like to have that to take home to some of my art friends. And he said, just take it. So he gave us, I don't know, 4 or 6 sheets of it. So I wanted to put that on the outside cover of this. Okay, so this is my big one. So I don't even remember how I folded the bags, but then I stitched them. Some of them are, here's a pocket here, short pocket. And so I haven't done anything in this. I added some fabric when I was stitching them down. But let's use some of this glue and glue down a piece of napkin. Things I have some of this left. Let's just see, where's that other napkin I was going to use? And then I just have to figure out how to prop it open. This one. because I still have some glue in here and I just don't want to waste it. And so what I else I want to do today is I have two smaller tomes that I started and have not finished or put together, and I think I want to put them together differently than this. I'll show you how this went together if I remember correctly. But I'm not sure that I've got it exactly right. I might want to take that. All right, so this is what I do. All right, so I want to tear this. I don't necessarily want to cut it. So I just kind of roll it and fold it, and then I just tear it like this. Now, some of you use, water, like a water brush or something, and take that off. And that works, really well too. Oh, thanks, Phil. So it's just, there's so many journals and stuff. Once you get into this land of making journals, and you've got them sitting around, and sometimes you forget about them. Well, sometimes I do. So let's see. Why not, right? That can look okay on this page. Let's get this extra little bit off because I'm anal. So I'm going to do the same thing, only this one I won't be peeling up. This one's going to stay in the book. Now this, I don't necessarily want those marks, so I'm going to get my fabric pen where this, you put heat on this. Hey, Terry, good morning. And then the little dots will disappear. So I'm just going to mark that. And it probably should. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if I had my big clip? I bought this clip for this purpose, and I never remember where I store the dang clip. I know. It would be fun to play in. I just don't think about it. Oh, you know what else I should do, ladies? I should put a little protection underneath here. Always use protection. Okay, just saying. Okay, so that's going to go there. So I'm just going to take this. Now this is like a glue because it's golden matte medium, just it's got coffee in it. And instead of taking it off and peeling it off to use it in a different project or in some other way, I'm just going to leave it in my book just like this was a napkin journal. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's what I'll do. After I'm done here, you guys skedaddle. Maybe I'll use the rest of this in my napkin journal. So I don't have to put it down the drain. Waste not, don't not. She had a big old jar that she mixed up, so she must have had several napkins she was going to work on. All right, now I'm just going to set this aside somewhere. And hope this doesn't, let's see. See, I had I bought that cart to keep right next to me to have all these little bits of things. So I like to keep on and around my desk. And I took that apart because it wouldn't hold my papers and all my clips. I don't know where I put my clips. So let's just put a little paper clip here. See if this will hold this enough. I just want to hold it open so it doesn't glue all the way shut. So I'm going to just set this right up here and hope it does not tumble. Boy, it would be nice to have one of those silicone lids now. All right, I'm going to just drop my brush in the water and I'm just going to sit that on top of there, hoping that that doesn't dry out too much. All right, so now next up is my smaller tome. I have two of them, but I have one that I untied. I do this all the time. I'll have to get the other one because I'm not seeing one. I really don't know what's going to look like. Oh, I'm such a mess sometimes. Yeah, this is okay. So this is more like a regular size lunch bag. The gal in the video, like if you put in Trader Joe tome, I think you will get the video that I watched. It's been a while. So I just have these bundled in signatures, really. Now this one is a little different. I wanted fabric on all the edges. Just, because I could. Don't know if my other, oh, there it is. Goodness me, Lori. So I've got two of them. This one's different. This one's got the fabric on the edges. And this one has fabric, lace, hit or miss, wherever. And of course, you can see I did zigzag with red thread. Hey, Kat, good morning. Some are on the edge, some are not. Okay. So I've got two of these. I'm pretty sure in the video, the gal that did the Trader Joe bags, she folded her bags. Now it's up to you whether you want to glue these down. I think this one I didn't want the pockets. So you fold your bags however you want. And you don't really have to stitch them. It's up to you. You can glue them. You can do what you want. And a tome is just, if I understand correctly, it's just a large book. So it doesn't have to be paper bags. But I'm pretty sure what she did was folded all her paper bags. And then she just took glue. Come there. This is how you want it to open. She just took glue and glued them all together this way. And then clamped them, so they stayed together, and then just kept stacking them up and gluing them. Stack them, glue it, stack it on, glue it, stack it on, put it under a weight, whatever. That's how I did that larger tome that we just put the butterfly in. And then I wrapped more paper bag around the edge to make the spine. So when I made these and folded these up, and it's been a little while now, I thought, well, what if I just make these like regular signatures? And then what if I just, put them in a cover? So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 signatures that I was thinking about putting in a cover. So I've been messing around with and coffee staining doilies and some paper And when I was working on my kitchen counter, I just threw down this big grocery bag. And of course, it got nicely stained from the coffee. And I'm thinking this might make a nice cover. Look, and I should be able to get two out of it. So this is what I was thinking I'd mess with today. So I want to cut this top portion off. That's what I'm thinking. And I don't usually cut straight. This, of course, doesn't have to be cut straight because I'm just going to cut in this paper bag here. And I'm going to just get it to where it's a more manageable piece of paper. My mother always had a big supply of brown grocery bags. And then it was like you couldn't get them. Here in Jersey, they don't give you bags anymore. You have to purchase them. You know, if you want to make a tome, oh my gosh, you know, you need too many. And we all know them. Shoot. Thrifty. We'll say thrifty. All right, so now I can use this for something else. Let's not get crazy and think about throwing that away. I think I want to really crease this and maybe tear it along this fold line, if I can do it. Okay, you with me? Everybody with me? Making sense so far? So you could have a host of things to make a big book out of, right? You could have some ugly old scrapbook paper that you purchased and you're not crazy about anymore. You could fold and stack and layer. I just liked the idea of the paper bag. I thought it was a fun idea. See how this looks here. This could be tricky. Not so much. Okay, let's cut it. Right. This side. Now this is really seamed here. Well, I wonder if I could just get that apart with a little heat instead of cutting it. So I really do not worry straight. I'm going to use my heat tool. Let's just see if this will loosen up at all. Who did I miss? Did I miss anybody? You know what this is going to do? It's going to give me, well, this side is good. Whoops. Whoops. It's probably better if I just cut it. See, it's better if I just cut it. So I'm trying to follow that seam, the natural seam of where the bag's put together. And I want 2 covers. So this should work for me. Of course, now I've got a flamp. I've got a flamp. You got to go? Okay, honey. You enjoy the rest of your day too, Gail. Hope you're doing well. Enjoy your day. I don't know that I'm going to want to flap it. If I put this here, I just want to mark it. It's definitely going to have alligator mouth, which I'm okay with. I just want to get an idea. So if I make this spine 1.5 inches, I should be okay. Let's do 1 3/4. Give me a little wiggle room. I'm just holding it this way so I can see what I'm doing. Trying to keep it straight. Now I could do fabric, you could do whatever. You could do a stiffer, if you're going to do it this way. A stiffer cardboard if you wanted. I kind of want the softer side of a cover. Now I might want to reinforce this too, to be able to sew my signatures onto. So if I do that, I need a little piece of something, don't I? Hey, would you look at this? See, I could glue this on. And then I could put my signatures right through or on this and then glue this down. That's an idea too. So this is not so. This is wider than an inch and 3/4. So let's grab. This is one of my pet peeves, if you will, because I can't see the measure line. So I want this to be an inch and 3/4. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can. Okay, let's look at it. That's an inch and a half. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh, so right there, I think. I think I want this line. Well, if not, I could find something else. Right? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I'm gonna cut it right about there. Hey, Valia, how you doing? Now, do I want to glue it in? And then pop it right through to the back and expose. Boy, I don't cut anything. I don't cut anything straight. It's just a little. It's going to be. Oh, get out! Really? Oops! Get those bathing suits out. Woohoo! How nice. We all get chomping at the bit at this time of year, don't we? Waiting for that spring. Spring to spring. Peggy said, I have carried my own shopping bags for years, so I'm out of touch with them charging. Oh, well, I don't think it's everywhere. I know Jersey does. Um, Pennsylvania, I go shopping in Pennsylvania. I get a bag. Woo! And people look at me and think, what is wrong with this woman? And I'm like, I'm from Jersey. I get a bag. Okay. They just shake their head. And then I'm sure they tell someone, uh, at dinner, saw this crazy woman today. So excited about getting a bag. I think I want to glue it down. And then maybe I want to put something over it so it looks nicer than just this. Whether it be fabric. I could do fabric, right? North Carolina doesn't charge, and we still have oh yeah, say plastic. No, we don't get that either. I think it was all designed just so they could sell those shopping bags. Whatever. The worst part of it here in Jersey is you don't get a plastic straw. Paper straws are hideous, in my opinion. They are so yucky to drink from. So yucky. Not that you need a straw. I understand you don't need a straw. Jackie, did I miss? I miss Jackie. Hi, Jackie. Good morning. Elizabeth? Miss Elizabeth? Oh my goodness, I miss her too. Elizabeth, good morning. If I missed you, I apologize. I didn't see. Oh, I got the yawns. I was up playing. I was up playing my game. All right, so I'm just going to glue this down. Yeah, I don't want to think about it a lot. I don't want to think about it a lot. I should really mark this, but I'm just doing it this way. So I need 7 places for signatures. So I really should make a template. A template. Let's see. I could really fold that too. I can worry about that after I get them in. Okay, so this is a little longer this way than my bags. So these are 5, not quite 5, 5 and an eighth, I guess. So I need a template that is 5 and an eighth long and 1 3/4 wide. 5 and an eighth long, 1 3/4 wide. So I need to find a piece of paper that I'm willing to use as a template. This is a struggle for me. Struggle for me. I don't think this is quite long enough. This paper here. Oh, it's just a little too short. I'm thinking maybe I just want to decorate, just want to put something here and then just leave my paper bag. What do you think, guys? If this was yours and you were doing this, would you cover this with paper? See, these are going to get stitched on here, ideally. So you're not going to see a lot of it, but I'm going to see some of it, I think. Or would you cover this whole thing with paper? There's Carol. Hi, Carol. Good morning. Because I've got this here I'm going to be looking at. This is going to come in a little bit. I'm going to fold these edges in, I think. I could stitch on, let's see. Peggy said I would cover it just in case. Elizabeth says I'd cover just the spine. Peggy, would you cover just the spine or would you cover the whole inside? Just the spine. Jackie says I would just cover the spine. All right. I can live with that. I can live with that. Now the question is, what do we have sitting? I don't know if these are wide enough. Just the spine. Okay, everybody's in agreement. Just the spine. This is wide enough, but I've got that white edge. Not wanting that, I don't think. Why am I still singing and humming Christmas? Christmas. Oh, I thought, I found Ginger Cat. I found the Ginger Cat. I was working in the book. I was working in the book. I'm putting it right in. I'm not gluing it, but I'm putting it right in. Where is she? Ginger Jenny. She's back here somewhere, I think. Oh, just got a cramp. I think she's more towards the back. Judy, Debbie, Tammy. Oh. You know, if I just pop it in somewhere, I'm going to lose it again. Sorry. If I don't, I've been looking for this for days. And all of a sudden it just slid off of that pile of, oh, here she is. I gotta figure this out. I'm gonna put him right in there. Woohoo! Harley is in the house. Her Harley probably doesn't even look like that. Okay, so I've got these little bits of fabric that I use, so maybe I should just use a little bit of fabric. Gosh, I don't know if I can find any fabric. You know how that goes. You like the inside cover, Brandon? Okay. Okay. I think it's a good call. I think it's a good call. That's not wide enough. Okay. Enough. I just want to use a little screen. Sorry, that noise probably is making some of you crazy. Oh, some of this might work. I got fabric flying everywhere. Little bits. You're really not going to see much of it, I don't think. This might be good. It's plain. You use a marker to make polka dots or something easy. All right, just doing it. Just doing it. This is wider. Do I really care about it being exact? Hold on, let's just see. I could tear this. I think this tears pretty easy. You could wrap the fabric all the way around, but it might be, yeah. And I'm thinking I might want my stitches to show out the back. I don't know. I keep losing my sharp scissors. Oh, yeah. I didn't need it that long. All right, here we go. These are my Fabrifix. My room's a little chilly today. The glue doesn't want to come out. I'm going to do a 3 pamphlet, of course. Of course, of course. And then when that dries, I'll trim this off. I think I'm going to do it so my ties are hanging out the back. Might be fun. Okay, so now what did I say? I wanted 5 1/8 by 1 3/4. I still need a piece of paper for that. What is this jazz over here? Hold on. Oh no, that's Shrinky Dink. I don't want Shrinky Dink. I need a piece of paper to make my template. I think most of what I have in my drawer here is enough. Well, this one's folded, so maybe this one might work. Okay. Am I making you crazy, girls? I don't mean to. What's everybody got going on today? Anything? I've got to get my kitchen counter cleaned off. I got a bunch of it that I brought out to my room, but I still had doilies. I was ironing doilies and staining this paper bag, and my husband just really doesn't like things on the kitchen counter. I don't know if he's a little OCD. Maybe. I don't know. But it's not a hard thing for me to do. To just after you get you're going to go grocery shopping. Yeah, we did. We stopped the other day on the way back from the doctor's office. Scooter was still scooting yesterday. He's finding it a little more difficult to walk than he thought. Malia said, I'm working on a funky journal I'm making from vintage Monopoly. Oh, nice. That sounds fun. And Kat says, I got the best fussy cut scissors for $2. And I can't, that's always the way. Oh, don't you love a good deal? Gosh, I love a good deal. All right, let's see. Let's get this cutter again. Now, this is what I always get wrong. Okay, so the cover is longer than my pages, which is fine. But my template should be the size of this because I want to line it up, right? I put that ruler. This is why I get in trouble when I measure. All right, so this is 6 inches. Or just about. Not quite. So let's just do. So I know I want it to be 1.5 inches. So this can go back on that line. Right there. Oops. That's the torn edge. Let's do the torn edge. I bought a big package of bones. It's got 4 big bones in it. It came to like I think $10. And Hub says, can't believe how much you paid for those bones. They're just bones. I'm like, yeah, well, bone broth is so popular now. They were only $3.99 a pound, which there was one package of bones. They were $9.99 a pound. Can you even stand it for bones? Some kind of short rib bones, beef short rib bones. So I'd like to make some bone broth and make split pea soup. I'm hungry for split pea soup. The legumes are good for your diet. Okay, she's fading. All right, go fall asleep. That's all right. Put your phone down. Just listen. Yeah, get your rest. What did Joyce say? Emily, I love Monopoly. I bought a small game from the Dollar Tree and I want to do something with it. I had a couple of game boards. Wasn't Monopoly. It might have been, I don't know what it was. Doesn't matter. But it was folded all different ways. I couldn't wrap my brain around doing something with it, you know? Yeah. Okay, so let's see if I got it. All right, so it's just a smidge off because it's not really just quite 6 inches. I think my fabric scissors are on the kitchen table. All right, so now I need to mark. This is what I don't like about a thumb ring. Get my scissors stuck. Yeah, I've got game pieces in a box. What do you do with them? They're so 3D. All right, so now, I'm sure I'm thinking about this too much. So if I put this here, I want to mark where my pages are going to sit. And I want to mark this top. It's always good to mark top. I have my little tiny black handled scissors here. And they're nice and sharp. I don't know where I put them. I'm getting hungry. Girls. All right, let's see. Let's look around a little bit here, Laura. I don't think this will cut very well. Okay. All right, so now if I fold this way, I can put this in my signature. We didn't think about using them as dangles. Okay. Now this I need 7. All All right, is everybody laughing at me saying, oh, geez, Laurie, this should not be this difficult? But this really slays me, figuring out this stuff. Now, I have this, but I'm not sure I can get my pen. Oh, you know what? Well, it doesn't matter. See, I've got this cool little number. Oh, has anybody seen um things like this that are shaped like circles, or they have patterns on it, or it could be a swirl or a circle or like spokes, and you punch through your paper and then you stitch it and it makes a design. I don't know what they're called. I want some of those. These girls put them down and they just take a needle and punch, and then they come back with their like embroidery thread and do a design. When our daughter was first born, our best man was the choir director at our church, and he and his wife moved out to, gosh, they weren't married long, moved out to Michigan. Of course, we lived in Pennsylvania. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they said, come on out and visit. So Colleen had just been born. Hey, Judy, hi. Nice to see you. You're under a fog alert, really? 42 degrees. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Now I should come down here to the middle. I don't see. Oh, here's measurements. Let's see. So this was like 5 inches. So if I go from my mark there, be 2.5, right? So right about here, which of course there's no line there. It doesn't have to be perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I do it? Ooh. So we drove out. Colleen was just an infant. They didn't have their children yet. And his name's Gary. And he said, let's play Monopoly. Now, this is a mild mannered guy, choir director. Our choir was such a neat, when he was in Philadelphia area, uh, my husband and I were single at the time. The choir was huge. We must have had 60 or 70 people in the choir. And we all had a prayer partner. And it was like a worship thing. We practiced our music, but it was like a worship thing too. So this is the kind of guy he is, right? And so we're like, okay, we'll play Monopoly. So they get the board out, set it all up, and he comes walking out with one of them hats on, like one of those dealers in like a shady bar room, that has the hanging lights that swing and people are playing poker and the one guy's got the little build cap on. Oh my gosh, we were howling. He was so jazzed up about Monopoly. I mean, he was like a different person. It was so funny. I haven't thought about that in a long time. All right, so let's see. I got to get this lined up again. So this is my other mark. I don't want it down too far. See, I put that right. Boy, that's probably not. Hey, Kel. Yeah, see, that's up too high. All right, got to redo. All right, so I got to come in. See, that's the edge, so I don't want that. So I need to come in here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's more better. That's more better. Your brother's mean. Oh, this was so unexpected and so funny. Um, so I have my center on. This one I have to bring down. That's the tip of my page. So let's do here. Oops, I don't think I'm over. I'm over too far. You don't want a dot there. See, this is great, but see, you can't get a pencil down in there. So I'm using my wiggly pen because it's got that kind of a tip, see, and it just fits in there nicely, and I can make the mark. Ah, you gotta figure it out, right? Okay. I love my little wiggle pens. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle pens. All right, so now these are going to be hopefully my guidelines to. Oh, I probably need that. Where's my duh? See, now this is the fiddly part because I need to put those marks, those same marks here. Oh boy. All right, so let's fold it this way. I only have to do this once though, right? So this is the top of my paper. So that one was too high. So I'm going to go here, here, and here. That's where my hole should go. If this works out, it'll be a miracle. Now I got to punch my hole. Of course, I can't find my favorite pokey tool. Just had the other one. Where to throw it? Oh boy, I just find myself so annoying. I guess nobody saw where I put my pokey tool, huh? I think I have it. Nine. I see it. It rolled back here. Okay, let's pick the jazz up. All right, now I want it to be right on the line. It's made from a paper bag, Kel, grocery store paper bag. And it's going on my paper bag tome. Carol, happy maker. Nice to see you. It's been a little while. I hope you're doing okay. It's so hard to keep track of everybody. Okay. So I wonder where our Ange is. Hope she's feeling okay. Maybe she's at the docks. I think Jacqueline said she was going to the doctor. All right. So, the little art gnome is playing hide-and-seeky with her. I had my favorite poking tool in a spool so I could sit it up on my desk. And I think I knocked a cattywampus or something. And all right. Okay, I'm going to go for it. So here's my first signature, my paper bag tome. And I'm going to line this up the top. Hopefully my well, that one's not right. I'm popping that in there. This is probably not quite enough, I don't think. I want to make sure I have enough to pull, yeah, one of my things out the back. I don't know that I need these to be all the same color. Because see, I'm coming down to the end of this particular color, which I don't think I care too much about that. It's already a B. Well, warmer weather. That's what happens, huh? I take the good with the bad. Just don't get stung. All right, let's see. So I've got that one holding my place. So now I'm going to come here. I'm going to start on the outside because I want my threads on the outside. Because I think I want to dangle stuff from them. You've seen a wasp out your window? Oh my! I've seen a robin and a cat, a kitty cat, a black cat with white paws. He might have a white tail. We never see a stray cat here. Can't say that anymore. All right, so I don't want my template to be stitched in. Let me pop my other holes. This one. Gosh, I hope this works because it's so embarrassing when I do stuff and it doesn't work. Oh, look, that's way down there. That's where I'm going to have to put it. I'm going to have to just see how that works out. See, I always twist and twirl things. Makes it very confusing. So I'm putting this in the center. I don't want to pull it too tight because I don't want to lose my tail back here. And then I'm going to go here. Judy said, I have two friends who have a honeybee. Oh, they love me and give me honey every year at Christmas. Oh, that's nice. Dawn is a beekeeper. Whose visage, the crafting visage, how does she say it? Dawn. She lost her hives, and I think she got new bees. I haven't seen her in a little bit. Okay. All right, so now I'm back in that center hole. Oh, look, it worked. Maybe I should get my other threads. See what other colors. All right, so I'm going to pull this, fairly taut. So I don't have a lot of wiggle wiggle. Because I'm thinking some beads or some buttons or something might look cute on these. Now, I wish I could wrap my brain around how to do this, not have all my strings in the center. Wouldn't it be nice to have one up here, one down here? Look, this is way too long. I don't need it this long. But yet I don't think it's going to be enough to do a second one. All right, so that's my first signature in. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let me get my other. I'm going to get my other thread. What did I do with my tea? Oh, it's over here. Just got to get the old bones moving. I've kind of gotten away from drinking herbal tea, so I'm trying to get back to that. Doing straight up tea, no sugar, no honey, no nothing. No nothing, honey. Okay, let's see what else I got here. Okay, Kel's going to be right back. Luke. White might be fun. And I'll do black in the center. Maybe I'll do those. Doesn't matter. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I have a second one of these to do. I don't know what possessed me to want to do signatures rather than just glue them together. I guess just to be different. I don't know. All right, so here's my second signature and my template. There's my line for the top of my page. Boy, I really didn't give myself much room down here. But see, it worked. It went right where it should go. So all right, so that one. Ooh, that one was a little tough. I'm tougher getting that in. Just trying not to stab my finger. Okay. Now, let's get another. Let's go with a piece of this. This one. Oh, no, I want that in the center. Let's do white. 1, 2, 3. Judy, are you still working? Did you retire? I don't remember. All right, let's get this. You had a ground. Oh, that's not good. In the yard, I melted down some aluminum cans and poured the melted metal. Oh, really? You're kidding, Judy. That sounds way cool. Oh, my. All right, so I'm coming in here. I've got to punch this. Didn't punch the holes on that one yet. So let's get my needle up where it's not gonna. Okay, so well, these are close. All right, so 2, 3. Or is that the one I'm in? I think I want this one. 1, oop, 2, 3. All right, same deal. Now, let's think about this. If I wanted the thread to tie it here, if I go in there, I could come all the way down. You don't think you'll retire? You like to keep busy and you can't imagine not working. My boss is making a change in his career, but I will continue as secure. Oh, very nice. Well, as long as it works for you, I know you had some crazy hours there for a while. So I was concerned about, being out. Of course, we're coming into the spring. But you used to travel a lot, right? There's Roseanne. Hi, Roseanne. All right. So if I put it in the top spot, come down. I could go in there. No. Peggy, how can I figure this out? If I want this, maybe I should just come in there. Maybe I should just. Be careful, Cat. I can't even imagine melting down a tin can. All right, so maybe I shouldn't fuss about it. You still work weird hours, and yes, we travel a great deal. Oh, you're a blessing to him, I'm sure. Okay, let's just do it normal. So they're all in the center. Who cares? The one girl that I was watching, Aisha Khan, she puts a button before she's done threading this through. Of course, she uses eyelets. Oh gosh, I didn't mark this top. Oh boy, I think that's the bottom. I didn't mark the top and the bottom on the page. Nope, that's off. Let's spin it. That's not quite right. Let's see if I go here. I would like my pages to line up. Oops. Oops. I don't know why that's in my head. On the way you look tonight. I was watching some America's Got Talent auditions, and there were a lot of like guys that sound a lot like Frank Sinatra and those old pack singers, like Sammy Davis Jr. and all. Those songs are so good. I made a crucible to melt it. Oh. And then poured the molten metal into the nest opening. Wasps had interesting tunnels. Geez, Judy, do you post anything? Well, I would love to see that. That sounds so cool. Thinking of you and the way. Oh, I should have put a button or something on here. And the way you look tonight. All right, let's just give it a little time. I don't know which is the top. This way because I started to the left. Left, left, right, left. So this is how it's going, guys. Not bad, huh? You don't post on the internet medium, but I will try to shoot a picture and send. Oh, that would be so cool. And Marit, hello, hello. Nice to see you. All right, so let's see. So that I think is all right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's got to be right here. 1, 2, 3. Watch your fingers. And the next signature. Of course, I'm not concerned about what I put where. These all have, this particular tome has the fabric on the outside edge of the pages. And this is the top. Boy, that's down really low. Maybe I should just wait till I get my thread in. Hey, Christina, how are you? Is it still morning? No, it's afternoon. Good afternoon. It's always good to have a lecture on the dangers. I think I want the dark thread in the center, so let's do another one of these. I don't think I quite need 3 times the length. Going in the center. Oh, I feel like I have a sneeze coming on. Oh, I missed my mark there. Thinking of you and the way you look I don't know what I'm doing. I'm out of control. I'm out to get my 4-year-old granddaughter off the bus. Have a great day. Oh, lucky, lucky lady. Enjoy. You're singing from this one guy. He was like saying, what's his name? Sal, Sal, at Sal sings or something. I don't know. I didn't do this right, girls. Hold on. I gotta put wait a minute. I'll put my template back in here. And Heidi Klum was there. He says, Heidi, how you doing? She said, how you doing? What did he sing? I did it my way. And he was singing he loved his grandmother. He's an Italian guy. Loved his grandmother. I think this is in. This has to go in here, I think. And she had passed away. And his mom was there. He said, my mom is everything to me. Oh my gosh. He said, it's the Italian family. He was so cute. Boy, did he sound good. Everybody was crooning. All right, let's see. Might have to get my. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Yes. Let me know what the spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Another words. Yeah, I'll be singing them all. Oh, another words. I think I want a 2. Oh, I don't know if my needle will go through here. Darling, kiss me. Whoops, whoops. My boob caught that from slipping off the desk. Uh, that's not going to work because my needle's too large of an eye. Let's see if this one on smaller will go through there, but will I be able to get my thread in there? See, you don't need to fuss around like this, guys. I'm just doing it because I can. And I want to. She does? Oh, how cute. I was thinking, because that's all we listened to when I grew up. I mean, but I didn't do that for my kids. It's nice that you let her do that, and she she'll get to know those old good songs. You know. I'm just trying this, guys. See what this is going to look like. This is really tight. All right, now I've got myself confused. I need to down to the bottom. Catch my signature. Did I not pop that hole? Oh, Lori. I don't know if I've got it lined up right. Buttons flipped. I want it this way. This needle has a little more of a pointy tip on it. I don't really want to make another hole. No, hold on. Maybe I should go check my... Oh, there we go. I've got it. I've got it. I think I've got it. You don't need to see me fight with the rest of these. Bill, I thought you fell asleep. Your worms for the day. Look, I'm stabbing myself on that one. Let's see. I want to pull this tighter. I guess it's not going to get real tight because I have a button on. Hey, this is going okay. I think this is going to work out all right. If I can keep my strings all straightened up here. Now, see, this I want to fold back, I think. Going right. Of course, I still have plenty of signatures I need to put in. But I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. I can stitch that down or put some fabric on. I don't know. But you get the idea. It's going to be cute, right? A little fat tome. So the rest of these are going to go in. I guess I could really make a pocket, couldn't I? I could trim it off too, but this will just give me a little more, it'll be a little sturdy. More sturdy. Get the crooked. Doesn't really matter, does it? Which end is up? Which end is up? I've just got to get the rest of these in. Here. That's going to be okay, guys. I think that's going to be okay. See, I got a little bit of extra here. I'll have to unfold this and bring it out just a little bit more. But I think I'm going to be well pleased with that. So that's my small tome. I have a second one to do. One big mama jama. Yeah, look, I have a second one to do. And then we've got the original. Where did I put that baby? Oh, that's right. She's drying because I put that other. Hold on. Let's see what shape she's in. I'm going to put my needle back where I don't want to lose put my needle back up on the magnet so I don't lose it. You like it, Bill? Oh, good. Let's see if this is drying at all. My room is really chilly. Chilly. Oh, it's pretty dry. So this is the big tome. That feels pretty dry, guys. Let's see. Let's hit it with a little. Hit it with a heat tool. Oh, pharmacy bags. Oh, yeah, that is a lot of pharmacy visits. Oh, look, I left it open there. Yeah, that's our, let's hold it a little weird now. This is the napkin that I painted our coffee blue on. I'm going to go get the one off the kitchen counter and see if I had a fan on that one. So, hey, that doesn't look too bad, right, guys? I don't think it's going to stick anymore because that's pretty dry. So we can take that away. That's cool, Judy. I never thought to keep those. I don't know, save everything else. I don't know why I didn't. It's just a little damp, but I think it's going to be good. So I'm going to leave that open. I'm going to go get the one on the kitchen counter. And if it's dry at all, I'm going to peel it off of the, what time is it? Oh, it's 12:30. I'm going to peel it off of the freezer paper. Let's just see how it looks. Give me a moment to waddle into the kitchen. It gets stiff when I sit for a little bit. Oh, I don't think it's quite dry. There it is. Oh, I had a fan on it. It feels pretty dry. Hey, Marcy, hi. Good afternoon. You missed a lot. Oh, I don't know, guys. Okay, I'm going very carefully, because it's not peeling or it's not releasing as easily as I thought. So the girl did the garbage bag. She probably had tried a couple of other things. She didn't say, not that I recall, she didn't say that she tried other things. She just said, I just use a garbage bag. Oh, see, it's not peeling up. It is cool, though. All right, Marcy, so what we did was we took a piece of freezer paper and I took some golden matte medium and put in some granulated instant coffee until I got it the color that I want. Try flipping it over and pulling the back. I don't think it's quite, I mean, it feels pretty dry, but maybe it's not quite dry enough. And then I put a napkin on top of that, and then more of the coffee. Now, why did this, why did I put my needle up? Is this a second? Wait a minute, I can't pick it up. There we go. Get that little guy out. I don't want to tear it. Oh, look, that's not too bad. That's not too, see, so there's a little sticky here still. That's much better this way, Peggy. Thank you. And then more of the coffee glue mixture on top. And then we just let it dry. I put a fan on it. Not a bird, a fan. And the gal in the video, she let her sit overnight, which is probably a better idea as well. I really thought it would come off of, it's a little easier than it is, actually. So it's just like if you paint glue on your skin, peeling it off. It's cool though, guys. It's cool. It's just cool. Now, what you do with it and how you use it, not sure. It does feel like fabric. It feels like fabric. It's right now. It's very pliable. Now, if it gets drier, maybe it won't feel as pliable. It's cool. I think this is worth a try. Now that smells like coffee. I guess I could just glue this down on another surface, like for a cover. I'm not sure how. A silicone baking mat. Yeah. Or just a garbage bag. Just suck it up, Lori, and use a freaking garbage bag. I don't know. If you try it, guys, you'll have to let me know. So I was thinking I would just cut these in squares and use them on a journal page or something, It's so weird. It almost, you know what, Kel, are you still here? Did you come back? I didn't see if you came back. It almost feels like that mamagami stuff. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Probably not. Kel will let me know. Mamagami. Where you take a lotion or olive oil or something on your hands and a piece of paper and you just keep rolling it up and straightening it out and rolling it up and straightening it out. It kind of feels like that, which that kind of feels like paper. I mean fabric, once you work it. Once you work it. So it's got a little give to it. Great minds, Marcy. Great minds. Okay, so we shared my fabric haul from Pearl's Finds, and then we did our experiment and let that dry. This here piece, and then I got out my large tome, and I used some of that glue, the coffee glue, I'm calling it, and did a different napkin and just glued it into my large tome. This one's put together differently than the little ones. And then I was working on the cover of the smaller tomes, which is just a paper bag that I was dyeing doilies and paper and put some of the wet stuff on top of a larger paper bag. I add some of my walnut stain to glue. I love that. Oh, that's the same idea, right? Very nice, Malia. That's a good idea. Peggy says you can use furniture wax on paper to make it transparent. Oh, okay. I have hair waxes. Shannon Green has a friend. I don't know if her name is Amy. Well, she probably has more than one friend, doesn't she? Maybe her name is Amy. I didn't really follow her, but she this one I'm stitching in my signatures. I'm putting this one together different uh than my other tome. I think they're right here actually. I see this stuff, I get all gung ho and then I don't use it because I just I don't really know why I did it. But she used some kind of waxy product that men use on their hair. I forget the name of what. I didn't save the tin. And then she put a little bits of the wax in these little pots and then colored the pots. And supposedly you rub this on different. Look, that one leaked. This one leaked. I guess in the summer. I guess I'll be cleaning this out today. Oh, look, that came on. She's come undone. Do 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 do. See, now I'm thinking, why? I think she just rubbed it on with like a piece of paper towel. Like if you took, let's see, what do I have here? See, my problem is I have stuff sitting here and I pull it out and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to use that. I want to use that for something different. Yeah, no, I don't want to use that. Yeah, no, I don't want to use that. All right, this is a paper placemat. And let me grab a little piece of, this is just from memory. I don't know if does anybody know who I'm talking about? Do you know who I'm talking about, Peggy? Her name? I think it was Amy. I mostly, was a Shannon Green fan. Yeah. I think you might be right, Malia. Yeah, some kind of pomade, I think, Peggy. Of course, she didn't have this. She had like a piece of book paper. I don't think I have any book paper sitting right here. Anyway. And then she just rubbed these on to give her paper. Thanks, Peggy. You girls are so great. And then she said, it feels really cool. Just pulled some paper. See, I stacked everything up to clear my desk. Oh, wait a minute here. What's this? I can use this. Oh, I don't want to use this. That's Happy Meal for someone. I don't want to use that. A book page. I just gathered everything up and stacked it away. And if I pull a piece of it, I'm going to have an avalanche. That's not it. How can I not have a piece of book paper sitting right here under my face? It's because I'm trying to get everything into a place, where it's got a permanent home. Not a permanent home, a permanent home. I ordered, oh, looky here. Let's use this. I ordered, I treated myself to a subscription of the art journal. And gosh, it's taken forever for it to get here. Oh, yeah, Shelly. How is Shelly? She doing good? Joy, she's doing good. I talked to her a few weeks ago on her birthday, and she was traveling the West Coast with her sister. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I guess. This doesn't, of course, I did this a while ago. This doesn't have too much of a smell, but that's a good point. That's a good point. Let's see. Let me get down in here and get some of this blue. But she, if I remember right, this gal, I'm going to call her Amy because I don't remember, and I think that's what she calls. I think that's her name. She did all different colors, and she just kind of like rubbed them together. Seeing it rubs into the paper, and then it feels cool. And then you would just, come back in with your collage stuff and just glue it down, right? And I'm just assuming she used a paper towel because now I don't remember. Whoop! And you try not to rip your paper. But see, this is the kind of jazz I do. Look, this is all leaked down. Oh my! So I've got a mess to kind of work through here. Like, should I just toss these? I probably am never going to use them. I haven't ever used them. Anywho, this is my dilemma. That looks like it's more of a walnut. I don't even know. I don't even remember what I used to mix in the pomade. But it was like a Vaseline color, if I remember correctly. You know, and this gal really liked it. And then I guess it doesn't matter if you tear it because you could tear this and then use. Let's see what this one is. This will last you forever. Yeah, see, that looks more of a like a vintage photo, doesn't it? And this doesn't, once it dries a little bit, it doesn't look greasy. I mean, it doesn't feel greasy. It doesn't look. It does look like it's got a little bit of a shimmer, if you will. Let's see. What do I have sitting here that I can just show you? Then you could just glue something else on top of it or whatever. Fussy cut something out and put on top of it. I forget how she used it, but you know, I don't know what kind of glue. Somebody said mixing with wood stain. Malia said she uses her walnut stain, which I don't know. Is that real walnut or is it like Timmy's Stampin' Ink kind of? Explain, Malia, if you will. I just used matte medium. The gal in the video I watched, she used a Mod Podge. I would think you could use white glue to get the same kind of effect as this here. What do you girls think? Yes, it's really black walnut ink. Did you make it yourself? Because Mary makes her own ink from walnuts, black walnuts, I think. Gosh, I loved black walnuts as a kid. Um, my grandmother used to make a black walnut candy. She made some kind of a sugar concoction. Wood stain has a really strong odor. Yeah, true. Good point. Um, this just has a light, really light coffee smell. which I find pleasant. And then my grandmother would crack the walnuts into the sugary stuff. And oh my gosh, it was so good. Anyway, yeah, so this is, I think I'm going to just throw these jazz bows out instead of wasting time on cleaning them up. Don't judge me. All right, so that's it for me for today. I think that's enough, huh? Your favorite ice cream is black walnut? I never saw black walnut ice cream, but I would definitely try that. I remember finding them in the schoolyard and then bringing them home. My grandmother would always have them. This color looks pretty. Gosh, I wish I could remember what I used to color those. I don't know, maybe alcohol ink. I don't know. But they're a mess, which I didn't realize. Anyway, I should probably save that container. Gosh, I've never seen black walnut ice cream. Maybe I'll experiment with cooking and baking them. I never knew what to make with them. Oh, yeah, Malia. What, do you have a tree? Do you have a black walnut tree? Oh, there she says, we have a zillion walnuts here. Yeah, you made a ton of it. Taste them first, honey. See if you like, maybe you have tasted them. I like the taste of them. They're different, but I like walnuts too. And it was almost like a peanut brittle kind of a thing. But I don't think my grandmother put the baking powder in, that makes it kind of like honeycombish. It was just like a solid slab of sugar, melted sugar, like caramel. Oh, really, Peggy? My gosh, Peggy, you know so much stuff. Huh. Wow, that's cool. Oh, yeah, I can see them. I kind of remember the taste. I love them. I just love them. But I'm a sugar face too. I'm a sugar monkey. Anyway, all right, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to grab some lunch. I've got a salad today for lunch, so I'm looking forward to that. Thanks for being here. It was nice to see you all. If you get a chance, check out my button video, my button haul from Pearl. Pearl's Finds. And if you pop in and watch one of Pearl's videos, tell her I sent you and say hello. You're welcome, Linda. My pleasure, as always, really my pleasure. No, you're welcome. Thanks, Peggy. Be careful at the grocery. I can get in trouble at the grocery store too. I'm just saying. I can get in trouble everywhere. Marcy said, I just remember my grandma always had a dish of them with a nutcracker. Cool. All right, enjoy the rest of your day, ladies. Keep busy, stay warm. Well, some of you are having 80-degree weather. Some of us, I think it's only in the 40s here, and it's just been dreary and rainy here. So we're ready for some sunshine, some sunshine here. Yeah. So hope to see you Sunday morning. If you're around, pop in, say hi, and until we see each other again, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, what does Jackie say, Peggy? My youngest daughter and I pick black walnuts for my yearly. Oh, I wouldn't even know where to go to pick them. That's cool. All right, kids. Oh, that's right. Jackie's in Maryland with Peggy. Okay. Enjoy your day. Love you all. Bye-bye.